That's the power of cable. Now let me tell you, the political brother deep inside, he believes he's not a Republican. I'm still praying for him, family. I know he's under conversion because he's a great capitalist, brilliant, smart, intelligent man, but deep inside he's a capitalist. You are too. You know why? Because you invest in yourself. And if you invest in yourself and you're a strong individual with a viewpoint in America, you too are a great American. But if you sit back and you say, like over here, this beautiful lady with the black cap and telling me that we're all going to convert over to the Democrat side. We're not.
Oh, no, I was just playing. Trust me. I wouldn't even want to take you. No, the wing nuts. I don't want the wing nuts.
Well, we're not the wing nuts, but I know I'm a lot of chocolate, baby, and it's hard to digest. You might get diarrhea.
Can't deal with it. You can have the wing nuts.
If you think
and the tea bags.
Okay, no, okay. I'll help you.
And the nut cases, because they're making all of you guys look bad. I hate to say
well,
this.
I
We know the
disagree with
difference.
that. Okay, I'll give you.
Liberals know the difference. We know the difference.
I will
That's
give
why
you
your
three
liberal
forms
people
of
are
a
showing
Republican.
up
I'm going to
here.
give you 3 forms of Republican. Number one, you
Yeah.
have a Republican. And that's one with fiscal responsibility, a Republican that believes in true values and capitalism and being that self-person that holds government accountable and low government. Then you do have the good old boys. If you want to get into the underground backdoor deals that GM had mentioned earlier.
The racists.
You get the good old boys who've been running this show and running this process for several years. But the good old boys are identifying that unless they incorporate more urban people and identify people like us at hiphoprepublican.tv and hiphoprepublican.com, the Republican Party will not grow and progress. And so we're staying out to you, good old boys. We identify that you're there. We know that you're there. We know that you're empowering. We also know that you have made strides and brilliant moves for the party. Unfortunately, you have failed by not allowing urban people to have a voice in mind. You know, the interesting part is that I have a challenge is, again, let's go back to giving money. If we have like in California, we have the California Republican Party, and in some states they have the New York Republican Party. Those monies are given, those organizations are given money allocated from different sources, and one is from the RNC, which is the Republican National Committee. So I say all these accolades so that we can have it all together. Now, if you think about those levels and how money, and the Democrats do the same thing, the DNC and the DCC, something like that, they all give money to each other. But the challenge I have is money being designated towards urban politicians, candidates for change. Why are we getting that? Why aren't there some kind of effort and movement so that we can attack urban areas like District 48 and 47 with Maxine Waters and all these other people? Why aren't we doing that? You know, I don't understand that. You know, Star Parker is running for Congress, you guys.
Wow.
Apparently, Diane Watson is not coming back. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord.
So who's running in her place?
Star Parker. That's all I want to talk about.
Who
Star
is it?
Parker. Star Parker.
Star Parker.
Star Parker.
She's Republican,
She
conservative?
is an incredible Republican conservative that has been around for many years. Well-known. Star has been on every talk show under the sun, and she has now made a decision to put her hat in the ring. And we're going to get Star on our show. That's one of our goals, to get Star on our show. Star is running for Congress, and she's an urban person. Yes, she is. She's been connected from the neighborhood. Was a hood sister. Hood sister decided to step on up, moving on up, and over time she has evolved and been a great platform for the Republican Party and the viewpoint of the party. You know, so you remember I told you there's different forms of Republican. You have the Republican, the good old boys, and you do have the Tea Party people. The Tea Party people are not trying to divide the party. I really believe that part. I really believe that the Tea Party people are trying to bring an agenda to the forefront, and we are our strongest forces. As Tea Party people, we do have to stick together. But there are those tea baggers. I can't deny what Danielle's saying. There are those white Southern racists, and they can be from the West or the East Coast, and they're kind of like disconnected from the reality that, you know, there are some Republicans who kind of support you too, but you don't have to attack them on their ethnicity, and they don't have to attack them based on their color or their culture. You can attack them on social issues. We as Republicans have to stick to the agenda. Stick to the agenda that deals with health care, has to deal with unemployment, has to deal with education, has to deal with people loss of jobs. These are things that are constantly going on. You're out of work, another person, oh, I just lost my job. Or another person, oh, I want amnesty and I don't want to do anything for it. We're not going to give you something for nothing. As a Republican, we believe that you work and you earn your goods to be here in America. And you know what? Even if you own everything free and clear, you still pay your taxes because that's your rent. That's your rent. Danny, what do you think about what the family's saying out there?
Right now they're just listening and what have you. They're Leslie's saying something. I don't believe the Tea Party belongs with the GOP. They follow Palin. I kind of happen to agree with that, because even like I was telling your guests that came to the show that are running, I'm like, they seem pretty reasonable to me, but is if they start dabbling into that whole Tea Party nut thing, that tea bagging thing, I can't get down with that.
But come on, let's think about reality. The media is always doing a hype, and the media is always going to portray and promote hatred and racism right now. Racism is huge right in this country. The issues I have
it's
is
not
that
huge,
what we have.
It's part of the fabric of
who
they are.
It's
That's
part of
not
the fabric
my
of America. It's not they. It's part of America. America has always had racial issues, even within amongst black people. We have light-skinned and dark-skinned people. We all know that you're part of the light world, and I'm part of the dark and deep world.
She said deep.
But actually, if you want to get down about it, the bottom line is we still have to come together and have to come to the table with something.
No, the bottom line is...
And that's exactly what we do as a people, and I don't...
I have a cousin lighter than you. That's what twists them, that's what messes their heads up. Because we have shades of different hues right in our own family.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is equating that to the Republican Party and what have you, it gets kind of blurred, is what I'm saying.
I get a little blurred with the Democrats, too. I get a little blurred with you guys a lot.
What we're talking about right now.
Yeah, but we're talking about both parties. We're talking about both parties.
To understand, we still have to come to the table and try to work something out. That's what I'm saying.
We would be willing to come to the table if you invite us.
I don't understand how they're not inviting
you.
What is it that you're not hearing?
Okay, what is it that you're not understanding? Okay, what is it that you're not understanding? Because I've made it very clear that if you don't invite us to a party and you're going to go ahead and make arrangements behind the scene, backdoor deals just don't work with Republicans.
And it's never happened before with the Democrats either, right?
Well, we're in 2010 and we're dealing with now, Vic.
No, I'm talking. No, I tell you this.
I exist. I exist on both sides.
I'm saying right now, I agree with what you're saying in philosophy. I do. But if it's the assumption that the Democrats are not doing backdoor deals and the Republicans are not doing backdoor deals, I'm saying I think they both contribute to it. I'm not saying that one is more than the other. I'm saying they both have done it. Now, if you want to get in the percentages of it, I agree. You can say, well, we're talking about right now. I say exclusivity is that the Republicans are not doing it right now. Would you put your hand on the Bible with that?
When I put my hand on the Bible.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying.
First of all, I'm not swearing for somebody else.
I know that.
Hold me accountable for myself,
okay,
my
then
brother.
Swear to Bob. Swear to Bob. Swear to Bob.
If you don't know Jesus, he's gonna hold you accountable for you, not for me. You may not like me, you may not agree with me, but you gotta serve somebody.
But I do
serve Jesus.
But I do support what your agenda as it relates to what you're trying to move on. I just don't think it's exclusive to one party only. That's all I'm saying.
I think responsibility is exclusive to all of us.
There you go.
That's the bottom line. As Americans, people vote candidates into office. Even if you disagree or they're with a different party, they represent your party. If you like Arnold or not, he's still your governor. And you guys aren't Democrats. But guess what? He is still your governor, and you still have to respect what he has to say and do.
Arnold.
You know?
We tried to look at it.
I'm sure there's black people in Virginia, because my Facebook, my Twitter, and HipHopRepublican.tv had a history-making event going on. That's right. If you go to HipHopRepublican.tv and you'll see me with my cell phone, I call that governor in Virginia. And boy, I tell you, I got heat from all over the place. But you know what? I feel free. Because if you do what you do, you feel free. I felt what I felt at that time, and I'm not going to sit back and allow you to shut me up or tell me what to say and what to do. Those days are gone. We're not in slave mentality. You're not going to tell a black man or a black woman, sit up and shut up and be in the corner.
You had a lot of people tell you, trying to tell you about black history, their black history. That shit was funny. To me, that shit was funny. Those are the kinds that believe that George Washington chopped down the cherry tree to never tell a lie.
I want to hear the details. I want to hear the details of what they were saying.
Shirley and I had a ball, I have to say. When we had our own little private talks in chat room on Facebook, I'm like, these nuts are really crazy. They're really crazy. How dare you tell me about what didn't take place in the 400 or 500 years of the Black Holocaust? You can't.